Well, Jacobs Ben has gone ahead to give us a very lengthy article about Moise Caicedo early signing for Arsenal. Arsenal are really trying to make early efforts to really get the deal of Caicedo out of the way. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Lionel Messi has gone ahead to issue a public apology after trying to it was not even trying because it was done after flying to Saudi Arabia when he was not allowed by the team of PSG. And lastly, we are discussing Mikel Arteta on what he thinks his season is like at Arsenal and how he finds himself with injuries. And the cause of injuries has been explained by Mikel Arteta and why their season has gone ahead to really crumble a little bit. And Man City are into the title race. City are the ones with the right to lose or to win the Premier League race, and they are playing today before Arsenal, meaning that if they win today against Leeds at Etihad, of which it's a given according to me, maybe a shocker should be thrown in there, but I doubt. They'll be 4 points clear ahead of Arsenal, and Arsenal will go ahead to play Newcastle when they are just 4 points behind Man City. So it increased a lot of pressure to Arsenal. But let's talk a little bit of Moise Caicedo, a player that Arsenal were so much interested into the January transfer window, and Brighton said, no, we are not selling this player. Jacobs Ben via the Give Me Sport told us that Arsenal could still come back in for Moise Caicedo, even if the priority is Declan Rice, and they could go for Romeo Lavia as well. They won't get all three, but it could indicate that they might be looking for two in the center of the park or the middle of the park. When these targets are concrete, they are looking at such high volume of players because not all these deals are easy, particularly the ones involving Brighton. Roberto De Zerbi will not want a mass exodus, and Brighton will only sell on their terms. If McAllister goes early, it's known to say that Caicedo won't be sold, but it could become more of a saga. I think Arsenal could look to a plan and do their business early. Now, I brought you a story. Have I brought you a story of McAllister that Liverpool have gone ahead to present their financial plan and contract to McAllister, right? So, McAllister looks like could be the first player to leave the team of Brighton, and Arsenal are sensing danger that might make it hard for them to really get their target known as Moise Caicedo. It's known that Arsenal are in need of two central midfielders who play in the middle of the park, and I brought you a story that Zubimendi is close to agreeing personal terms with Arsenal. So that means if at all Zubimendi deal gets done, that will boil onto Arsenal going in to Moise Caicedo or Declan Rice. That's it. But as it stands, Declan Rice is the priority, and it looks like Arsenal are leading the race. But the amount of money that West Ham will really call in for to sell Declan Rice might really put Arsenal out of the way, and Arsenal might find themselves going in for Moise Caicedo. But going in for Moise Caicedo calls in for an early effort, an early attack, because Liverpool look like they want to get out McAllister. Liverpool have gone ahead to notice that this scenario is really going to be so much huge and difficult for them to get a player, for them to get McAllister out of Brighton for them to get McAllister out of Brighton if at all Caicedo is taken first. And Arsenal are really trying to play their cards right onto who they want to get. But to me, I think if Arsenal get Declan Rice or Moise Caicedo, I think one of those will be okay. And if at all you add on Zubimendi or Lavia, that will be great signing. Those will be great signings for Arsenal, according to me. And as it stands, it's written nowhere that a team of Arsenal is looking at more other players in the midfield apart from Moise Caicedo, Declan Rice, Lavia, and Zubimendi. Those are the 4 players that Arsenal are really looking at to go ahead and really strengthen their midfield that looked shaky a little bit towards the final bend of the season, because you saw Thomas Partey, he was really bad, and he was one of those worst players of Arsenal that played badly in the previous 5 games of Arsenal. So when you look at how Arsenal are really going to attack this, I think they already have a very good relationship with Brighton. That's it. And I think if at all they want to go in for early efforts, I think it's going to go on and really happen, because Mr. Bloom, the owner of Brighton, knows well the hierarchy of Arsenal. They've done business, and Arsenal respectively just found themselves moving out of the Caicedo deal after Caicedo put out what we call a public transfer request in the January transfer window. I think it was the 28th of January. He put out a public transfer request for the player to the team, and he said, I want to go. So if at all Arsenal brought in a third bid of £80 million, it would have gone ahead to worsen the situation. Now, Arsenal, in their professionalism and experience, got to know that if at all they continue pushing for this deal, it might cause a lot of damage between their relationship with Brighton. And they said, all right, let's not force this. Brighton have said they are not selling. Let's all go out and wait in the summer. And Brighton went ahead to increase the salary of Caicedo and offer him a new contract. After that, I think Arsenal can benchmark onto that and go back to Brighton and tell them, please, we want Moise Caicedo. And I think for Brighton, they know that there are three players that they might not keep this season. There is Moise Caicedo, there is McAllister, there is Mitoma, and the young one, Evan Ferguson. That's just a plus. But those three players, if they happen to keep one out of those three, they would have gone ahead to make a lot of fight, because Moise Caicedo has surpassed the level for playing at Brighton, and we saw him over the weekend, on Thursday, as they won against Manchester United, my team that I support. He first played right back for like 70 minutes, and he closed down Marcus Rashford. I don't remember a minute when Marcus Rashford went past this man. No way. So Marcus Rashford couldn't go past this man who goes by the names of Moise Caicedo. So it shows you how good and talented this man is, and he has always kept himself in the know of what the game of football is all about. And if at all you know how he has gone ahead to really elevate that position at Brighton, you really feel that he can easily play at Man City, Manchester United, Arsenal. So he's supposed to be playing at the top level. So to me, I believe Arsenal's early efforts to sign Caicedo, as confirmed by Jacobs Ben, could do them great, because we've seen Arsenal as one of those teams that can easily get business done. And I was so much happy for Zubimendi, if at all they are trying to push to get him early enough. Mikel Arteta, last summer, he went to the preseason with almost all his signings there. The last signing was Zinchenko, and Zinchenko played like 2 games against Everton, against Chelsea. So it shows you that he knows the importance of having all your signings before you go to the preseason and integrate them into the team. So who would love to work with Declan Rice, Caicedo, or Zubimendi to America, where they're going to hold their preseason from. So I believe Arsenal are in for Caicedo, but it's going to depend on to Declan Rice and Zubimendi's situation. So out of those 4 midfielders I've talked about, Lavia, Caicedo, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice, Arsenal is going to sign 2. They are in need of 2 central midfielders. Now, the big story that came in around Wednesday was all about Messi getting suspended by PSG for traveling to Saudi Arabia, and Messi has gone ahead to put out a public statement that he put out on social media, and it was really translated because he speaks Latin, he speaks Argentine and Latin. So he said, I thought we are going to have a day off after the games as always. I had this trip organized and I couldn't cancel it. I had already cancelled it before. I apologize to my teammates, and I'm waiting for the club to do with me. I'm waiting for what the club wants to do with me. So Messi, Lionel, is really so much loyal to the team of PSG, and he has not gone ahead to do what Ronaldo did. Remember what Ronaldo did? Ronaldo had to walk from the dugout to the tunnel, because the manager has told him to play 7 minutes against Tottenham Hotspur, and the game was 2-0. Then after being suspended, he found himself in a position of really going out to force himself out of Manchester United by going and really getting in what we call a lot of long interview with Piers Morgan, and that was really provoking and disrespectful. United called it quits with Ronaldo, and he went to Al Nassr. But for Lionel Messi, he has gone ahead and really apologized. Shows you how professional this player is, and his ego is not driving him to the levels. And I was really so much pissed off when I saw Messi into that scenario. And what I was going ahead to put a smile onto my face again is all about how Messi has gone ahead to react and obviously put out a statement just in apology of what he did. Although the team was in wrong because it never came out and really told them exactly when the day off was going to be cut off. But as he was on plane, PSG came out and really told him that we've cancelled the playoff and the players were called to training. And I think it was something the club organized to see to it that Messi is something bad, but I think it's back to them again. It's back to them again, and congratulations to Lionel Messi for being royal and obviously putting in that apology. Amidst him having 1 month, I think they're like days, because his contract is expiring on 30th of June, he's going to be a free agent again. He has gone ahead to humble himself, coil his tail, and obviously face the reality at PSG, and obviously threw in an apology. So we are waiting to see what PSG is going to do, but Messi is in his evening days of being at a side known as PSG. So lastly, let's do a little bit of Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta was asked about injuries and the cause of the injuries. And the reason he was given at first to attend to was the extended season, having the World Cup and players not having ample time to rest to play this beautiful game of football. So this is what he had to say, that the ones that we've had, probably with the exception of Saliba, which was a really nasty impact, have been more traumatic than anything else. We wouldn't put that down to the World Cup, all the amount of stress all players that they have to play. I wouldn't say it's that. I understand, because some teams have not gotten nasty injuries like Arsenal, and I think it's all about how Arsenal planned for their season. They never expected themselves to really go and really stretch themselves to these levels, and obviously with Mikel Arteta having a limited back line of Saliba, Magalhaes, Jakub Kiwior, Rob Holding and Ben White, it just found itself stretched when Saliba got an injury, and Tomiyasu also got an injury on the same day. So it found itself stretched at that level that he couldn't even handle such things. So to me, I think it's all about what we call the order of the day, because injuries are part of the game, and you might find that Arsenal might really put in more signings next season, prepare for the season very well, and obviously find themselves getting close to 5 injuries at once. So such things have happened to Manchester United. I've seen Manchester United not having Garnacho, Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Casemiro suspended, Rashford out, Donny van de Beek out. United reached an extent when they're having 11 players out, and out of the 11, close to 5 were starters into the team of Manchester United. So it shows you how ugly it gets for a team when these injuries really attack you. However much you are having depth in quality all in your squad, it comes out to affect you again if at all you really see your players really being injury prone. And Saliba, a big miss for Arsenal, but the manager is trying to really give you hope that they are going to come out and really overcome this. So tell me your thoughts about Arsenal early efforts to sign Moise Caicedo, confirmed by Jacobs Ben. What are your thoughts about Messi putting in an apology, and Mikel Arteta's reaction to the injuries that are going to affect the season of Arsenal? Rokani David remains my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later. It's a Saturday, guys. It's the 6th day of May, and I think you're really enjoying your weekend. We out.